Hello, and welcome to another video. In this video, we're playing some Virulence Sniper, or I guess Dirty Fighting Gunslinger, as somebody requested. I played quite a few games playing Dirty Fighting today. Like I mentally checked out after the second game because all the matches were really still and boring, and like nothing was happening. There was almost no mental engagement for me at all. So most of my gameplay, especially in this match and like all the other matches, were just straight up autopilot. I believe even my first match I was using power type keybind, so like all my binds were completely wrong. Couldn't use my hollow traverse and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I'm playing ultraviolet. As you see, like me and Swtor had completely annihilated that person. He's playing, was it the power detonator one? So he's got a huge burst, and so did I. So it just absolutely annihilated that guy. It's like he almost wasn't even there. Other than that, we pretty much just go around nuking everybody. This is basically like a TLDR of like all my matches. Everybody just gets nuked, and there's nothing really going on, and you're just running and chasing people down that don't want to fight in the first place because you're getting absolutely annihilated. Anyway, so I know that I can play aggressively here. I'm just kind of like trying to stop them from doing anything, and between my burst and AP burst, like they're just kind of screwed overall. The tankiest class in this match is actually the assassin. I believe he's taking the DR talent, which is actually pretty good. So you can see how long he lasts. He doesn't necessarily have any healing, but he does last longer than most of these Sorks, and that's just simply because that passive DR is actually pretty good. So if you guys ever did want to play Deception, you're curious, taking that DR talent is incredibly worth it, and also just in general, if you know how to play it in the first place, you can actually make a lot more value out of it than what you previously could. In this situation, I totally did a diversion sooner, but I was just like, you know, not. I was just not thinking like it's whatever, right? For the most part, like usually when you're playing by yourself, you want to be selfish, but when you're like a range, you kind of need your melee to stay alive. So obviously, diversioning right away would be a better thing to do. But at this point, I had already like lost interest in this match and had no desire to really care. But here we are uploading it simply because I want to show you what my point of view is for most of my matches, and why sometimes it takes a little bit longer for me to get a match, because when I do get on and play for a while, I get these matches, and sometimes this will be my entire day. I'll just get matches like these, and there's absolutely nothing going on, and everybody's just getting dominated, and it's not very fun. And it's not necessarily even because of my team, but rather matchmaking just not being very good. There's no reason for us both to be on the same team, for example. We're not playing with Swtor. It's just happened that we are on the same team. Had we went against each other, it probably would have been a landslide for their team, mostly because I can't really deal with Assassin and AP at the same time, but, you know, at least it would have been more interesting than this match. And they also have a tank. I think we have a tank, but God knows what he's doing, to be honest. Anyway, for those who are just curious about how to play Virulence, Dirty Fighting, or whatever, so basically all you would do is throw your corrosive dart first, which is my C. The reason why you would do that is because sharp bomb / corrosive grenade can spread that ability. So if you have that on the target first and then you hit corrosive grenade on multiple players, it will spread your dots. It's only on Virulence and Dirty Fighting that it does that. On Lethality it does not do that. So just keep that in mind. Toxic Haze also, for example, Lethality, only spreads corrosive dart, not corrosive grenade, so it's a little bit different. It's definitely a lot easier on Virulence and Dirty Fighting to spread your dots. Sometimes even I forget about it because I play Lethality so much. But for the most part, that's like the #1 thing that you need to learn, and then outside of that, obviously Hemorrhaging Blast if you're running Ultraviolet Blast, and also Toxic Blast for Virulence will be your main like nuker. It's your third dot, and you usually want to follow your hot streak or laze target into that, and then go into cool. So when you explode your dots, they become dormant, and then you can use your cool / wounding shots, which will reset your dots, like refresh them. And as you get all 3 dots, or all 2 dots, I guess technically, it'll tick your dots per like tick of cool / wounding shot, and then you do snipe, and then you do wounding shot, snipe. Wounding shot, obviously sometimes you'll do snipe, takedown, snipe, wounding shot. Usually that's kind of like how it'll go. Sometimes you can forgo takedown, because sometimes takedown is just terrible. And sometimes it's pretty good. It's really reliant on critical RNG for the most part, but typically the correct way would be just snipe, takedown, snipe. And then took wounding shots, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. There's nothing difficult about the spec or any thought process really gone into it, so you can kind of focus on like offensive positioning and stuff like that. I also tried playing PvE tacticals today, which was really boring. I'd gotten like a pre-made on my team, and I played the PvE tactical where it like increases your hemorrhaging blast damage or whatever, and it gives you a dot on your sniper placement. That was pretty cool, but everybody died in like maybe 2 seconds or less, so I got 0 value out of that complete tactical. So I was basically playing virulence with no tactical, and still like they got absolutely demolished. And yeah, I don't know, like definitely many reasons to mentally check out. This PvP is definitely nowhere near the same as what it used to be. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes PvP can be very fun, sometimes it can be engaging, other times it can be something like this right here. And I don't know, how about you, just watching 2 tanks RP walk towards you, and that's like the highlight of the match. It just feels whatever. Obviously we do nuke people like quite a bit, and that's kind of cool, but to me, nuking somebody is a dime a dozen. Like, I could care less. I've played so much AP, I've played so much like in general like bursty classes that it just doesn't faze me anymore. It's not cool to me anymore. But you know, to other people it might be. So you know, if you're ever interested in like actually playing ultraviolet, this is once you like achieved just moderate like skill level, like this is my worst class. Like statistically speaking, this is my worst class. I have the least amount of gameplay time, I have the least amount of knowledge on this class. So it is really not a hard thing to play. So once you at least understand your PvE rotation, you have some basic understanding, you can actually just reproduce this. This is not a difficult thing. It's a very fun class. However, going against things like Deception Assassin and AP Power Tech, not fun. Not fun at all. Best thing you do is really just try to run or hollow away. You can get team support, obviously, with guard, and your DOR talents of hollow can be pretty good, but for the most part it's not a fun time. Other than that, next video I'm going to upload, it's going to be backfill for defense, and I just want to talk about a couple things regarding to that. And obviously the person that asked for dirty fighting footage, I'll try to get some more, but there's no promises, because if I get matches like this again, I'm just going to mentally check out again too, because I personally, there's a reason why I don't play range, because I find it too boring and not like mentally stimulating enough for me. So I end up just autopiloting and not thinking, and I get disinterested with the game. At least as melee, like I can find more things that I can do that necessarily aren't like actual PvP to engage me, if that makes sense. A range is just like parse simulator, which is okay, but it's just when you don't have anything to hit, it gets really boring. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys again here soon.